everyone. Welcome back to another video on my channel. For those who are new here, hi, I am Raina of Young Plans and welcome. Today it's probably going to be a bit of an embarrassing video actually, because I've already shown you all of this, but I still was not happy with the way that I had been organising my kits. And as you can see, I have four albums which are very new to me, recently purchased. You probably recognise where they're from, but I'll go into that in a minute. And I've taken inspiration from Kat, and she is from Peace, Love, Plan and Read. If you don't already follow her, then please go ahead and follow her, because she is just queen of sticker organising, planning, memory planning. I love, like, obsessed with watching her kit lineup videos and her plan with me videos and all that good stuff. So I've taken a leaf out of her book, and currently I have filled 4 albums. Well, not quite filled, but I've organised them into 4 albums, which are all planner face albums, and I'm going to take you through exactly how I've organised them today. I'm actually waiting on 2 more albums that are from LauraStickerCo, because they were on a sale, or there was a sale in her shop, so I ordered 2 more to fit the last lot of kits, and then I should be good. 6 is perfectly enough, and I have, as some of you will know if you've been following me recently, or you've been following along on my memory planning journey, that I still have spreads to fill in for 2021, 2022, 2023 and 2024 and 2025, because I've not even started on that one yet, which I don't mind, because I write everything down and everything down that I do, and that's just the way I memory plan. It's nice going back and reliving memories from X number of years ago. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to just show you exactly how I've organised these 4 albums, and then the next part of this video will be me filling, hopefully, the last 2 albums. I'm just waiting for them to arrive in the post. So I will tell you the albums first. So this first one just on top is my hobbies, planning, crafting, reading and self-care. So I have the contents on the side up here, and down here I've just labelled it with my label maker, and I have the clear label maker labels, if you like, and that's just how I've labelled it. This one here is gorgeous as well. As I said, they're from Plannerface, and this is my spring, summer, autumn, winter and Christmas album, so I've divided them into seasons. This next one is my holidays and big trips kits, and that's it there. So this is very much like big trips could be days out, they could be weekends away, they could be holidays, all that kind of stuff in there. And then finally I have my anytime kits. So I thought I'd flip you through my kits and just show you where they're from. Now I think in the first album I at least organised it by shop, so in no particular order. All of these shops are amazing, but I have Nova Bell to start off with. I'm just going to try and remove that glare for you. Hopefully that's a bit better. So I've got Nova Bell to start off with, and absolutely love my Nova Bell kits. I do tend to hoard a lot of these, because some of them I'm just like, I have no idea when I'm going to use them, but I've had them for a long time. And the way that I have them in this album, just so you all know, because the previous way I stored them was very much just like an accordion thing in the top of my cart, is a lot of them are still in their little wrappers, the packaging, and that's just how I had them before. I haven't bothered to take them out. A lot of these I do tend to keep anyway, and I'll just like cut the sticky bit off, and then they're like a little pocket. So that's just how I keep them. And because these are the larger albums, I think they were they 8 by 6? I can't remember, but I'll make sure to leave a link to the page where all the albums are on both obviously the Plannerface webpage and the LauraStickerCo ones when I show you them. As I said earlier, they haven't quite arrived yet. But yeah, so these are all my Novabelle kits that are anytime kits. So not in a specific category, but if I'm stumped for a kit that isn't necessarily related to the week, then I can choose these. Okay, so now we're on to Planner Face. Is that the last one? No, yeah. So that's all my Novabelle ones just there. And now we're on to Planner Face. Again, I have many Planner Face kits. Well, not particularly here, but I do have a lot of Planner Face kits elsewhere. Then I have a couple of Scribble Prints Co kits. One particularly in this album, and you can see I have the same artwork here and here because that is probably my most favourite artwork ever. It's like a Happy Mail artwork. Absolutely one of my faves. Then we have the Prairie Planner, which I love. These are two fairly new kits. I've got Taco Tuesday and I've got Prickles. Cozy Cottage is a gorgeous kit. Then we have another LauraStickerCo kit. Lots of LauraStickerCo. Oops. Then I've got Bella Planella. And again, I think this was a mystery kit or something because it's got the foil to go with it. This was actually one of the first, Bella Planella was definitely one of the first shops I ever shopped for, and in her old format on her old paper I bought this kit, and when I saw it again in a slightly newer format, this isn't her newest format, I think her newest format is more like this with the kind of top piece there, but that's the kit that I've fallen in love with, again one of my faves. This one was a freebie, like a tiered freebie kit that I got together, and I've hoarded it because it's like nail themed, and actually one of my planner covers is a custom cover that Rachel made for me with this artwork on it. Then I have one from Jolly Sticks. I've had this kit for a long time, really don't know how or when I'm going to use it. Maybe for like, maybe I'll actually use that in my dashboard. I'll see. Another tiered freebie kit. Then I have this one, which is called Terracotta Dreams. And then I have Lilywood Designs. This one's upside down, but this one, oops, this one is from a shop called Cute Cut Crafts. It's an Erin Condon vertical. I think this is an American or Canadian kit. I got it in a D-stash. It's called Fruity Drinks. Literally no idea when I'm ever going to use that, but I just liked it, hence why I bought it in a D-stash. So that's that one. I got another Bella Planella one. That's a single page kit. So she basically did like grab bags for just the artwork, because I tend to hold all of the boxes and things that are spare that are left over from when I use kits. Then I have Rose Lily Papery, and this is the like sister shop to Novabelle. So it's run by the same person. It's run by Jamie, and I absolutely love her kits. So stunning. And then I have a few odd just individual sheets from Bella Planella at the back. So again, kind of in no particular order, sort of started to put them in order of shop, but gave up soon after that, and that is how chunky that album is. So I've got a lot to use up. I think next we'll do the spring, summer, autumn and winter. Let's see, put these over here. Okay, so again, another favourite, but what I've done is where the album actually splits in half, or all the pockets kind of split in half, I'll just take you to that split point. Where is it? Is it here? Is it there? It's there. So that's where it splits in half, and then each one also, or each side splits in half again, so they're sort of like quarters. And I think how I've done it is each quarter of the album is a season. So I start with spring, then on to apparently winter. How did I do that? Spring, I did winter apparently next, and oh, maybe I didn't. Did I put spring and summer together? I think I might have put spring and summer together. Yeah, I did. I put spring and summer together, and then I put autumn next, and then winter and Christmas is basically all of this. Or have I just showed you that upside down? No, it's not upside down. Interesting. Okay. So starting with Rose Lily Papery, got a Nova Bell kit, another Prairie Planner one. This is called Green Thumb, which I absolutely love. Been saving this for a 2024 week in particular, for when we've been in this house and we've been gardening a lot. So, and then you've got Spring Garden, which I might also use for that particular week. So I've got some options. Back to Nova Bell. Rose Lily Papery again. Love, love, love this one. And Rose Lily Papery, as I said before, is the same owner owns Nova Bell, and these kits that you see with this kind of patterned artwork, they're all in the mystery subscription bundles, so I subscribe to those. And then more Nova Bell. I did put spring and summer together. This Jolly Sticks one, again, I've been hoarding it. I just don't know when to use it. Okay, and then I have some spare pockets, and then we go on to autumn. So I have Monster Chef from Peach Puddles Co. and Fall for Fashion, also from Peach Puddles Co. They're just kind of like small sheets for kits, so I've put them back to back. I've got a Nova Bell freebie, tiered freebie kit. And then we've got Pumpkin Cozy from the Plump Planner. I used to love the Plump Planner. I'm so sad that they shut. And same with Stick It Pretty. I used to get loads of icons from Stick It Pretty. Then we have winter and kind of Christmas. So again, putting them in order where the wintry ones are trying to be separate from the Christmassy ones. I actually have two of the same kit there. Again, going back to Cute Cut Craft, I love this dog one. I've been hoarding it for ages, but it's these like real life images of different dog breeds. Absolutely in love. And I just don't know when to use it, so hoarding it I am. And then this one, again sticking super wintry and like cozy and indoors. Again, I have this kit twice for whatever reason, from LauraStickerCo. And more Bella Planella. We're going on to Christmassy things now. More Nova Bell. Love this one. Been hoarding this one as well for ages. Oh, do I have the same kit twice? I think I do. I do! Okay, I can clear that pocket because I have the same kit twice. And it's the kit called Ready for Christmas. Why have I got these kits twice? And why have I not spotted that until now? It's awful. But I don't mind, because there are years where I have like the same Christmas kits just because I'm obsessed with that particular artwork. So that doesn't bother me too much. Apparently this one is upside down. Oh, I've put all the planner face ones in upside down, haven't I? Okay, I'll sort that out later. Granted, I probably could do with pulling some of these Christmas stickers for some old years. Got another, this is an old format for the Prairie Planner, as is this one. I've got LauraStickerCo again. This one's a randy one. It's from, is it Tulip Plans? I don't know where that shop is from, but it was like a very pink Christmas. Not that I've ever had a pink Christmas, but Strawberry Lime Designs, this one's gorgeous as well. So yeah, I definitely need to start pulling on some winter and Christmas kits within my other planner lineups. Yeah, so that is my seasonal one. I think next we'll do the holidays and big trips, because the last one is probably by far my favourite. Holidays and big trips, again, haven't really put this in any particular order. They are either like country themed or pretty much anything. We have this one, which is a new one that I got this one from a D-stash. It's the Portugal mini kit from the Planner Face. This London one, which is a mystery kit. It was the February mystery mini kit. apparently. Not quite sure which year. Oh, 2024, Feb 2024. Love that. Then I have Resort in the mini kit format. This is an old kit, I think, from Plannerface, but it's called Paradise. I have Van Life. Again, never travelled in a van, but we have a larger car now, and we have said that we wanted to, I say we, me and my partner, we have said that we wanted to travel and do camping together in our slightly larger car that we have. So yeah, definitely going to do that. Sunkissed is a gorgeous kit. Pixie Grove, stunning. Then I have some Bella Planella things. So I've got Zero to Hero. I've got Staycation, Miami Beach. Then LauraStickerCo. I love this under the sea artwork, and I love it in particular because none of them are double boxes, but then you have this like one that's kind of a bit separate and it's not so under the sea themed, or these two actually, where they're sort of beach and then like a little fruit platter. Love that. I have this one called Wanderlust, which is a foil kit. And then I have Pool Party from the Prairie Planner. Then we go to Nova Bell. Ton of Nova Bell things. Then we have this one, which is really pastel, but it's from Scribble Prints Co. and it's called Fun in the Sun. Really, really light. So have an idea how to brighten that up, probably with foil. Glam Planner, I have a couple of beachy ones that I got from D-Stashes. Stick It Pretty is stunning as well. This one's just one page, but I have so many boxes that are like of this colour theme with the blues and the pinks and slightly purples, so I'm definitely going to pull a load of boxes for that one. Then I have these ones from Harriet Wright Designs. Sadie stickers. I would have got most of these from D-Stashes. A whole bunch of pockets apparently. Then I have this one from Bella Planner. Okay, so that was all the holiday ones in the first half. And you can see there the split. So that's where the halfway mark is. That's where I've got some empty pockets. And then the back half is all going to be kind of trips and days out. So we've got like shopping ones, got carnival themed and fun fair ones, a little golf date night one which I picked up from Plannerface. This one which is called Brunch, again for when I go out with the friends. These two, so this one and this one, it's all one kit, but basically Bella Planella offered both the at-home F1 theme as well as the like on the track, on the grid one. So I've put them together. There are so many boxes and I got literally every single optional extra, so I can make 2 kits out of all the boxes. Then there's this one called Beach Day. Then I have this one which I'm hoarding because it's got the little white golden retriever, beautiful doggy. This one's called Seaside from Bella Planella. I've got another Beach Day. I've got lots of like beachy themed camping ones. Again, the same artwork. LauraStickerCo and Bella Planella had the same artwork in mind. I've got another aquarium one, Zoo Day, and that's it. And I've got a whole bunch of other pockets. So that's those. And then finally, I have my hobbies, planning, crafting, reading and self-care, and these are kind of in that order, but any extras I will just chuck to the back. So we have Paper Chic Plans. Again, this is like a small kit, so it hasn't got loads of boxes, but I know I've got boxes to pull from. I've got Blogger Boss, Making Plans, Stick It Pretty. I so wish this shop was still running. Bella Planella, of course, still is, and I love that shop. And again, this artwork, I used the Plannerface kit I think a couple of years ago in a memory planner, and I loved it so much that I picked up the same artwork from Bella Planella. So all of those leftover boxes and artwork and deco I've just put together with that kit, so that's why they're on one side or in one pocket. Then again, I have the same artwork, so Planner Addict by Stick It Pretty and Girl Boss by the Prairie Planner, same artwork. So kept those two together. Love this one. It's called Creator by Nova Bell. Absolutely my vibes. probably a lot of other vloggers and YouTuber vibes as well. Lots of Nova Bell. Rose Lily Plans was the predecessor to Rose Lily Papery, also owned by Jamie from Nova Bell. So yeah, and I think originally Nova Bell was Rose Lily Plans, so she's gone Rose Lily Plans, then Nova Bell, and then in addition to Nova Bell, it's Rose Lily Papery. I think I've explained the difference between the two shops in other videos. Basically, Nova Bell and Rose Lily Papery have subscriptions. Nova Bell is very much sort of stationery and sort of sticker flakes, deco stickers, that sort of thing. And then Rose Lily Papery is, well, she currently does weekly kits. So like this, but this way. So she does more weekly kits that are going to be this way. And she does those as a subscription as well. So you get 2 per month, and I think are they 16 or 15 pounds for 2 kits. It's really, really reasonable when you subscribe. And then the other subscription that you get from Nova Bell, you do like either a sticker subscription or a stationery subscription. There's always like a mystery item in the stationery one. I subscribe to the sticker one, and you get decorative sticker sheets, both small ones and larger ones, as well as like sticker packs. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. I'll link all of those links below for you as well. And Nova Bell used to do these kind of decorative sheets as well, so I've got a lot of them that I've collected over the years. And while she doesn't do them, Rose Lily Papery has started doing more decorative sheets, individual decorative sheets as well. So that's good to know. I love this kit. I've been hoarding this one for ages, and it has rose gold foil, and I'm obsessed, and I just don't know when to use it. Oops, I didn't show you that one properly. So always loved the Plump Planner. So wish they were still trading, because they were just such reasonable priced kits. Wendy Prince, again, I think Wendy Prince is still trading, but she does a lot more kind of what's the word, like simplistic and that sort of thing, whereas I like a whole bunch of stuff. So don't often buy from Wendy Prince unless I want specific things like foil scripts and things like that. Love, love, love this kit, just don't know when to use it. Also same with this one, don't know when to use it. Then I have this one from Scribble Prints Co. Again, a very pastel-y artwork kit, but love it. Got more from the Plump Planner, and we're going into kind of reading things now. I love these ones. Okay, so these next two, Romance Fan I think was a mystery kit. She bought out the full kit and I bought all the optional extras. Fantasy Fan, I can't remember if it was this one that was a mystery as well, but again, bought the whole lot. Love, love, love that. I got Bookish, which I think a lot of different shops have used this artwork in the past. Same with this artwork, I know I've seen it in a lot of places. This one's an interesting one because it's a kind of like a real image kit. So I don't know when to use that, but again, probably will very, very soon. Seeker of Magic by Scribble Prints Co. is stunning. Simplicity is also a very pretty one. I think this shop is called Stuck On Your Designs. Again, no idea where they are. Bought this one in a D-stash. I've used this artwork before from the Pro Planner. Don't think it's a kit that she's selling at the moment, but hoarded it for a while. Back to Nova Bell, and you'll never guess what, but I have the same artwork. Nova Bell here and Stick It Pretty there. So loved this artwork. So Nova Bell's kit is called Hey Sunday and Stick It Pretty is called Sunday Morning. Then I have a lot more kind of like chilling, relaxing, staying at home sort of vibes. Still crafty vibes though, and these are all kind of like self-care-y sort of vibes now. So I've got this one I actually bought at the very beginning of this year. It's called I Am Enough. It's from the Pro Planner. Again, I think I've seen this artwork elsewhere. Then I have Spa Day, which again I love. So that was all of my 4 albums, and the next part of the video, which for you will be a couple of seconds, for me will probably be a couple of weeks while I wait for my order, I will film the kind of loading up of these albums when I get the new ones. So I will see you in a second. Hello again. It's been a couple of days for me, obviously a few seconds for you guys, but I have just received my order from LauraStickerCo. As I mentioned, I think in the previous clip, I was ordering 2 more albums, so I now have 6 of these larger, I think they're, what are they, 6x8 possibly? I think I'll grab one of the others just as a comparison. Yeah, they are the same size. So this one's the planner face one, and this one, or these 2 are the LauraStickerCo ones, so they are the same size. And I'm just gonna pop that up there for a minute. Whoop. I'm soon to be completely redoing my office, so video incoming, but I'm in a bit of a mess at the moment. Yeah, so these are the 2. I picked up this strawberry and bows design one, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. Really, really subtle with LauraStickerCo at the bottom of each of these. And then this sort of matcha, sort of summery-ish one, but it's absolutely my vibe. My new office, I'm hoping, will be a bit clearer than what it is now, because I do have things out and I want to be able to put things away and have like dedicated drawers and things for stuff, and also to declutter. But also the vibe that I'm going for is a little bit of a, not matcha, but like sage green, because that's just my favourite colour at the moment, and my new kitchen will be also sage green. Anyway, I digress. So with those, I literally only bought those 2 kits, but you do always get a couple of freebies from LauraStickerCo. So I have another one of these in my planner era stickers. I actually have a couple of them, and they're dotted around the place, but I'm obsessed. And then I also have another sheet of payday stickers. I think I had payday stickers in my last order, but they were silver, so collating these, because these ones are rose gold, so they'll go in my little freebie stash. So the kind of collections of kits, if you like, that I'm going to be putting in these 2 albums. The first one is a fairly small cluster, but this is including celebrations, birthdays, Valentine's and Halloween. They're the, like, predominantly they're the things, as far as Valentine's and Halloween, that I kind of try, or that I wanted to keep separate. So when I had my previous sort of kit organisation, they were obviously separate like this. So these are just all going to go in one album. I'm going to label the albums with the same like titles, if you like, and that's why I've got my label printer here. I will leave some links to this label printer. It's my absolute favourite. It's the Dymo Electra Tag, and these are the little cartridges that you get. So I actually always buy clear plastic on white. So sorry, start again. I always get the plastic on white background, so they come out literally white, and then I also get the plastic clear ones. I don't bother with the other colours because predominantly everything I do is either white or clear. So I'm going to switch this out quickly for the clear one and just chop off the edge because that's going to be cut anyway. So just get rid of that little bit. And then I'm going to label these up. So I will probably speed through, I forgot to mention. So the first album, which I think celebrations, birthdays, Valentine's and Halloween, maybe I'll put that in the strawberries one, and then I'll put all the others in the matcha one. The others are going to be this large pile, so it's going to be a pretty chunky album, but they're going to be patterns and deco themed kits, cafe and coffee, which works with the whole matcha vibe, Disney and fantasy fairy tale. So they are going to go into that one. I will speed through as I organise it all, I think, and I'll put some music on in the background. But how I like to label them and how I've done the other ones, the other albums, I don't know if I showed you these yet, but I have a larger label down the bottom, so always on the bottom right corner. So again, depending on if I display them obviously on a shelf facing me or on a shelf that way facing me, I also have them labelled up here as well. So again, I'll speed you up. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then Maybe I'll come back and slow down on the as I'm packing them, or kind of flick you through. I know I did a bit of a flick through of the kits, but there are definitely some new ones that I've picked up, and I don't always do videos as far as like planner hauls on YouTube. I've reverted back to doing them on Instagram, more so on my stories, but I'm just trying to find my feet as far as how I want to film things. So if you guys have any ideas, or if you've got preferences on seeing certain videos on here and other videos, or sort of content, if you like, on Instagram, then please do leave it in the comments below, because I'm interested to hear how you guys prefer to see things, whether you prefer it on your phone on Instagram, or whether you're like me and you like watching YouTube on your computer and watching them that way. So yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna speed this bit up and just do the labeling, and then we'll go through the kits and popping them in here. Okay, now that this bit is done, that was always a tedious bit, because I always try and cut the side labels to be as small as possible, just so that they're not taking up space, but I do think it looks really nice having the writing and still being able to see the artwork on all of them. So yeah, really pleased with those. Let's start off with the biggest, because I think this is going to take up a lot of space. So basically, as you'll see from the albums, how they are laid out is, I think there's about 60 pockets, and the way that I've been doing this is, especially when I've got sort of 4 categories, if you like, you can see that there's like a split with the way that the pockets are fitted. So for example, that's the halfway mark there, because you can clearly see the plastic lining, and then in each sort of half, if you like, you've got a chunk, and then the middle seam there. It's probably quite kind of hard to explain, but hopefully you understand that to an extent, and you'll probably notice it in your own albums if you're choosing to do a similar thing. But basically I'm pretty sure there's 60 pockets, so there's 15 in each quarter. So I'm hoping that I will be able to split these into each quarter, and then I can see quite clearly, and this is kind of how I've done it in other albums where I know I've had sort of like 3 or 4 sections, if you like, is if I need to, I can put the sections together. Like I think in the seasonal one I've put spring and summer together because a lot of them are fairly similar, and then I've done autumn on its own in a little section, and then I've done winter and Christmas because that was like the biggest bit and the last sort of half of that album. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So the first part in this album is patterns and deco, then I'll go on to cafe and coffee, then I'll go on to Disney, and then fairy tale. I think I'll explain this one and I'll show you each kit, and then I'll probably speed up doing the smaller one just because I've then already explained it. So patterns and deco, we can get rid of this now, which is great. It's a fairly chunky section, but as you can see, a lot of them I can probably get away with moving now into other albums because they're probably going to be a bit more specific. This one I'm definitely keeping in patterns and albums. So that's the, I think it's called Flower, it may be called Choose Happy, I'm not sure, but that's from Nova Bell. This one I think I'm going to put in the spring summer section because it's floral. I did wonder about having an album that's specifically for florals, but that might be later down the line depending on how my collection grows. So I'm going to pull this to one side. This one I think I want to pull into the spring summer section as well, so I'm going to pull that to one side. This one's definitely more patterned. These ones are definitely more, I don't know now because they're all very much floral. These ones specifically were Nova Bell PR kits that we got to design. So I was a PR girl for Nova Bell back in the day, as was Chloe from, I think she's Chloe Designs. I know she ran a shop herself, but she also PR'd for Nova Bell. So we all got to basically pick some quotes and design our own sort of kits, if you like. So I picked up multiple copies of those. So I think actually, you know what, I'm going to keep those patterned ones in here. Maybe I'll keep that one out. Oh, I don't know. No, this one I'm definitely putting in spring and summer, so I'm going to put that to the side. Leave that there. This one's definitely more of a pattern to me, so I'll leave it in here. So that's that one. That's that one. I've got one of those, which was Gemma's freebie kit. Hi girls, if you're watching, by the way. These two were Chloe's freebie kits. I was obsessed with Chloe, so I picked up a couple. These two were my ones, so yeah, I kind of kept the freebie as well, so there's freebies in the backs of each one. Kind of wanted to hoard one and then use one, and then this one was also Chloe's at a different time, and this one was Casey's at a different time as well. Then this one was actually a freebie kit from LauraStickerCo, so I think I'd gone up to either the 20 or the £40 tiered freebie, so I kept that. Got this cherry blossom one from Cute Cut Craft. Again, I think they're Canadian or American, so I got this in a D stash. This one, Paper Designs GB, I don't think they're trading, but I kept these ones in the pattern section. This one's a really cool pattern, and I did think about using this and potentially colouring bits in to give it some colour. This rose gold kind of quartzy kind of one was cool. This one, which was like a space galaxy sort of theme from the Ginger Cat Co. Again, don't know if this one's still being sold. And then this one, which was Black Flora from Cayman Prints Co. Again, I don't know if this shop is still trading. I think I discovered them when they were quite new. Probably need to go on Etsy and just see. So I'm going to throw all of those ones in the first section. So the album is hopefully the right way up. Yep. This album's the right way up, so we'll go in, and I'm going to keep them in the plastic wallets for now just because it does kind of keep them all together. I know they're going to be in a wallet, but just for now I'm deciding whether I actually want to keep plastic wallets because I do hoard them from when I get orders, so I've built up quite a few in my little collection, and then I normally just chop the sticky bit off and then pop them in. So I've got a little folder full of them, but I don't quite know what I'm going to use them for, or whether I want to keep them, because they kind of like get little air pockets whenever you put them into albums like this, and then that obviously helps towards fattening up the album, which isn't helpful. So yeah, we'll see about that. But obsessed. I'm kind of like, I need to use these patterned kits. I just can't think when, because part of me is like, I love the idea, which a lot of YouTubers and things do. I know Tilly Journals does it. I think Planner Face does it. I think Beth XO, I think is her YouTube. She does it as well, where they pick a specific kit because of something that's happening in that week. Like, for example, if they're going to a concert, then they'll have like a concert themed kit in their collection, and they'll pick that for that specific week. So I like the idea of doing that, but it does then to me feel like I'm not then using up the rest of my stock, because I'm then out on the hunt when I'm buying kits looking for a specific thing because of a specific event that happened in that week. So yeah, part of me is really trying to steer away from that, but then at the same time I'm like, oh my goodness, I've seen that, for example, there's like the F1 artwork that's been trending recently, so I did pick it up from Bella Planella, because we do like the F1. So this year in particular I've been getting more and more into it, so we have watched every single race. I've got like a little tracker page in my journal, so I know what date is what event and that sort of thing, or what weekend is what location. So that's kind of it for that. That's the last one there, but yeah, going back to that, I think I just need to use up what I've got. So, and I've obviously got I've got like a lot of years to continue to memory plan for, so yeah. Okay, so I've actually gone into the second section, so I think what I'm going to do is, which one is it? Those three. So these last three, they actually did go into the second section, which isn't ideal, so I'm just going to backfill them in the backs of other things, again just so that I can keep it as together as possible and in their sections. So I'll take them, I'll go to the first few pages and just see if I can tuck them in, which I should be able to. Yeah, and just fill the gaps. So, and that basically means that if there's 15 sheets, not that I will ever have so many kits, because I am really trying hard to A, use up what my stock, and B, not buy as much nowadays. But it also means that I've got space for at least 30 and at least 30 kits in each section, so I can double up if I want to, and then I know when I've got gaps to fill because it's like blank on the other side. So that's that first section, which was patterns and deco. Now we're going to move on to the coffee and cafe ones. So this is going to be these ones. I'm actually just going to count. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, perfect. Okay, so I've got 14 kits. Starting from the back then, because I did put these in an order based on the shop. I've got Plump Planner to start, so I've got these ones. A lot of them are just like 1 or 2 page kits from Plump Planner, because they have unfortunately closed down, but I did purchase a few bits when I think her name's Karen posted on one of the Facebook de-stash groups just to clear off her stash. So I picked up a bunch in that a little while back. So that's Plump Planner. Now I've got Nova Bell. This one is gorgeous. This was an exclusive one as well. Oh, I'll keep Rose Lily plans next to Nova Bell as well, because they are the same one in the same shop, or same owner of the shop. So that's that one. I think I've used this artwork before, but from a different shop, so looking forward to using that again. Then I've got this one, Cloud9 from LauraStickerCo. Again, this was exclusive art about a year or 2 ago. This one, which was called, oh gosh, Sweet Delights, I think it is, LauraStickerCo again. Then an older format for LauraStickerCo, which was the Frappuccino artwork. Again, I've used this artwork before, absolutely obsessed. It's like take your planners to a cafe kind of vibe, so love that. Then I've got a couple from the Prairie Planner. So I've got Sprinkles, which is stunning, very like cafe ice cream shop sort of vibes. Banana Split, again, very cafe, but sort of desserts sort of shop. And then again, that same artwork from LauraStickerCo is also in the Prairie Planner. So this was only a mini kit. These other 2 were full kits with foils. So I'll keep those ones together. And then finally I had this little kit, which was Coffee and Confidence by Peach Puddles Co. Again, not trading, but she did the tiniest, cutest little kits. So you get 8 boxes, but they're all on these smaller sheets. And it was very much like Starbucks themed, so loved that. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop these into their respective pockets. I love this one. Still can't decide when I want to use it. I think it came with either silver or rose gold foil. And I was, back in the day, I used to pretty much buy tons from the Prairie Planner. They are a Canadian store, so but the shipping was like really, really good. I think it's normally about £4 or so worth of shipping, which to me was doable when I used to buy their like mystery kits and all that sort of stuff. But at the same time, it was like a really reasonable prices for their full, or they called them ultimate kits, which was literally everything in that kit option, and I felt like it was really reasonable for price. So yeah, I do still continue to buy from them, and they have recently started doing like book journaly stickers and all that kind of stuff, so been into that as well. I think I explained in the last clip, or in the earlier clip with the other albums, that Nova Bell and Rose Lily Papery, which was Rose Lily Plans, are all one in the same shop, i.e. they're all owned by the same shop owner, which is Jamie. Always been obsessed with Jamie's shop. I've actually met Jamie in person, so we had a little planner day, so I went and drove to where she lived at the time, and it was really, really nice. So yeah, it was good. We did some filming together, we have collaborated on some videos, hoping that we can do that again very soon. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit. I've been at work today and it's been a crazy day with lots of meetings, lots of talking to people. And I think that is it. Is there just one more? Right, okay, yep. So I've got a spare pocket there, and then we've got the next section. So next section is Disney, one of my favourites. Don't have many specific Disney kits. Now I've got a mixture of like the Disney park kind of kits and then the Disney movies. So I'm going to split them. So we've got this one, which was a Disney parks kind of kit from Bella Planella. It is just a one-page kit. She de-stashed 10 like one-page kit artworks for a reasonable price. Then we've got a Snow White one, so I'm going to keep that to the other side. Then we've got Big Thunder Mountain, which I've never been to Disney Park, Disney World, wherever in America, in France, whatever, in Paris. So I'm not entirely sure what Big Thunder Mountain is, but I'm obsessed with the artwork. Probably should Google it. So I guess I'll put that in the park section. If I'm wrong, please tell me in the comments. I'm going to put that in the park section. Then I recently picked up a couple. I picked up this one, which was Hunchback of Notre Dame themed. So it's got, ignore the backing, but it's got all of these images on it. Absolutely one of my favourites. Then we've got Alice in Wonderland. So again, I've kept it as Disney. I think it's Disney. I'm hoping it's Disney because it's in this pile. But yeah, Alice in Wonderland, again, a firm fave. And we've got the Tiki Room inspired kits. So, sorry, kit, just the one. So I think I'm going to put that in the like Disney Parks section. Then we've got Tiana's Place. So again, I will put that in the film section. Then we have one of my favourites. This is a Remember Me kit. Absolutely love this. I've used this artwork I think once, if not twice before, and absolutely stunning. Goes amazingly well with any holographic foil. Then I have this one, which is the Pocahontas one. Now this is like a real image kit. I've hoarded this for at least 2 years. Very excited to use it because that is again one of my faves. This one's definitely another Disney park. It's called Take Me to My Happy Place. So I will keep that in the Disney park section. This one's interesting because I wasn't sure whether to put this into Halloween or into the Disney section, but this is called Happy Haunts. I think I put Happy Haunts on the label, so we can ignore that. So I will put that in the Disney parks. Again, I'm assuming there is a part of Disney that is like specifically spooky themed, but I'm not sure. I have another Big Thunder Mountain one, but this is actually the full kit. So I'm going to make sure to put those together, which I don't mind because having the same artwork to me. Bear in mind this one I bought as a full kit, so it's got the darker skin tone that I chose. This one is just the page, so it's the lighter skin tone. I can play about with these. I can work on what I want to work on and use them in different years. So happy with those. Then I have stashed these and hoarded these. These are the Disney by Day and Disney by Night kits from Bella Planella. Obsessed with these. I think they're back in the shop now, both as a printable on her printable shop and a physical on her physical sticker shop. I'm obsessed. I have never been to Disney. I have hoarded them in order to go to Disney, but I've just never been. So whenever the time comes, I will use these kits, and if not, I will use them anyway. So they're going to go in the park section, and then finally this one, which is called Magical Kingdom, which again will go in the park section from LauraStickerCo. So without further ado, I think I'm going to put the parks ones first, and I think I'm going to make them back to back and kind of split the pockets. I know half of 15 is, what is half of 15? 7.5. Wow, my brain is not braining today. So yeah, I think I'll just split the packs, but keeping them all in the same kind of area in this section. So I put that one there, because I don't mind having a gap. And again, it will make me use up these kits because they need to be used. I think it's important. You have stickers, you must use them. And basically, because the way that I'm going to plan going forward, I want to, my planners for 2026, just to give you a bit of a note on this, because I probably will share them anyway, but my planners for 2026 are more or less done. They're ready and they're where I want them to be. However, I think going forward, I would prefer to do stickers purely in memory planners so that I can use kits like this, because this is a hobby. This side of it is a hobby, and I do enjoy this part of planning. And that's why I take so long to actually memory plan, because I enjoy going back to memory spreads to fill it all in and to like create the spread, even if it is, as it is at the moment, 2 or 3 or 4 years down the line. I'm still working on my 2021 memory planner, for those who don't know, and I have videos to prove it. But the reason why, as I said, that's the reason why I've kept doing it that way. But I don't want to be using as many stickers for kind of functional planning, because I'm going into a new role at work, and I want to be able to have really easy to use functional planners for work, for personal life, and basically just make my life easy. So that's basically where I'm at with it. So as of next year, I'm going back to a classic Happy Planner dashboard, which I've created. So I've used Printables and I've put it together myself. And sort of from there, I'll just see where I go. I will probably use some stickers, but I just don't want to go too sticker heavy. I'll use stickers for things like appointments and stuff like that. So that's where my head is at with those kind of kits at the moment. I'm just going to put this in a separate pocket because I have space, and I probably could do with taking some of these plastic wallets away because they are a little bit too big for the pockets. Okay, so I do still have space here because I've obviously double back the pockets, which is fine, don't mind doing that. And then the final section for this album is going to be the fairy tales one. Recently picked up a couple new kits. So we have Fairy Tale, funnily enough, from Mac and Grey Designs. Love this. I have Castle Dreams, which is from, can't remember the name of the shop. Oh, I think this is Wendy Prince. Yeah, I've used this artwork before. Really, really pretty. Debated whether I put this in the reading side of it, because there are books like in my reading section, but I think I'm going to leave it here for a minute. In fact, no, I'm going to leave that out actually, because I think I already have this artwork in the reading section, so I might have to just go and find that. I have this one, which is quite cool, a little bit mystical, fantasy, that sort of thing, called Garden Disco from LauraStickerCo. Then I have a Harry Potter themed, it's like a sale freebie, tiered freebie kit that I've put together from Bella Planella. Can't really see any artwork, but I promise you it's Harry Potter themed. Then I have this one called Fairy Tale from LauraStickerCo. Love that, very book vibey for the books that I've been reading recently as well. I then have, and I just didn't know where to put this one, and I didn't really have a miscellaneous section, so I've put this one here. It's called Reach for the Stars, and it's by Printables Co again. It's definitely more of a functional kit, but I like the artwork, so I'll probably ignore the functional things and just pull other stickers to go with that artwork when I do a memory spread. I then have Moon City, again very mystical, Stardust, they were from Sticker Pretty, and then I have this one from Paper Sheet Plans. I've used this artwork from another kit, but it's already been used, so I don't need to find that one. It's called Love Witch. I then have this artwork from Strawberry Lime Designs called Cactus and Crystals, and then another Strawberry Lime Designs called Crystal. So that is all my fairy tale mystical kind of vibe. And fantasy. Fairy tale and fantasy. I should have called it like fairy tale and mystery. Mystical. I don't know. Witchcraft. Not that I partake, but that would have probably suited this section as a better name. But hey ho. Labels are done now. So yeah, going back to those planners. Again, I'll probably do a video on it at some point, but I have created my 2026 planner. I have multiple again. I have a journal, which is kind of going to be more of a tracker for all parts of my life, in terms of things like food habits, healthy habits, gym and that sort of thing, movie trackers, series trackers, like the fun habits as well. So that's going to be what the journal's all about. I have my classic dashboard, which is going to be for work and personal, so I do intend to take it to work as my planner. I also do have like a traveller's notebook, like an A5 traveller's notebook, which I just picked up from the range, which I do take to work with me as well. And I use that for just like note taking and things. Obviously I have a work laptop, but I always like somewhere just to write things and jot things. Sometimes typing isn't enough for me to remember to do things or take things in, so I always feel like I need to write them down. Anyway, going back to this, this album is done. It's chunky, it's probably not going to stand upright, but I will show you at the end of this video exactly where I'm storing these. So I'm just gonna switch to the next clip, but I will put this in the storage and then I'll show you them once they're all done. Okay, we're on to the next section. I was going to speed it up, but I thought, you know what, you're still here, and if you are, I appreciate you, so we will chit chat and go through the rest. I'm going to see if the lighting needs changing. No, we'll keep the light off for a minute. So on to celebrations, birthdays, Valentine's and Halloween. First things first, we're going to do the celebrations. In here, again, another new kit to start, which was the fireworks night from Mac and Grey Designs. So specifically, I wanted to have that one. I've got a couple of one-page kits for some reason. In fact, no, because I bought multiple of these one-page mystery packs from Bella Planner. I have two of these, which are I'm out of here, New Year. They obviously say 2021, and I've been trying to find a way to change them. I might even message Rachel and just see what she thinks and find a way to see if I can go over them, because you've got 2021 just here and then you've also got it down here in the double box. So I just don't know. I do have like other yearly stickers, but they're black and white, so it will stick out like a sore thumb. Or I don't even know. I could go through my like stashed stashed 4 boxes, which I do have a reusable sticker album for, and just see if there's any that might go with it where I can replace these pictures. But yeah, either way, I have 2 of those. I then have this one, which is a newer one from Bella Planner. I can't remember what it's called, but it's that like spring garden artwork, which I know a lot of shops have used, so love that. I've got Egg Hunt from Bella Planner. I've got this one from Nova Bell. I've got and actually that one might be able to go into why have I put that in celebrations? Oh, probably because it's more like Easter vibes, but a different kind of Easter vibe. I've got Let's Party, which is like a pet party celebration. Another Easter one from Nova Bell, and then this one, which is the Fiesta kit. Again, don't think Scribble Prints Co is doing this, but pick this up in a D-stash, and I do have stickers that will go with it, so love all of those. Just going to put them back in order. Looking at the back. So I think we'll put these in first. I'll do the same kind of thing because I do have another 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we've got another 4 sections, so I'll split the album into 4 as well. So let's do these ones first. I'm going to pop these ones in the same pocket because they are the same, and that will otherwise just annoy me. So I'll put them back to back for now. But I think we've got enough pockets to go 1 in each instead of 2. So we'll do that one. Just gonna, oops, move these around. Oop. Can't get in the pocket, there we go. I absolutely love this artwork. I've seen the monthly kit as well in Bella Planella on the website and absolutely obsessed. So that's that one. And then this one, which is stunning. Love the Easter ones. Did I put the Easter ones together? I kind of hope I did. I think I did, yeah. Now the Let's Porty one, the next one, I haven't decided whether that should really go in the birthday ones. I feel like it should because I know that as and when I do get a dog, I will probably use it for its first birthday. So yeah, I think I'm going to put that in the birthday section. I've got another Easter one here. Fiesta one. Oh my goodness, these pockets do not like the plastic wallets. And then this one from Mac and Grey, which is upside down. Here it is. I think I actually hauled this in a video, so you may see the whole video either before or after this one. But yeah, I've done a whole video on those. Okay, cool. That was that section. We're going to go on to the birthday section. So you've seen Let's Porty. I'm going to put that to one side until I see some Nova Bell ones. I got this one from LauraStickerCo called 90s Baby. I am a 90s baby, just about. I'm a 98 baby. I have this one from Nova Bell, which is very much, could be birthday, could be New Year's, put it that way, but there's no writing to say whether it is or not, so that's good. I've got this one, which, again, it's similar vibes to the kind of dog birthday party thing, so keeping that one together with that one. And then have this one, which is called You're Invited, very much generic birthday. I've got this one which says celebrate life, so there is no more life to celebrate. Oh, so there is more life to celebrate even. God, I read that wrong then. Love that, very dog and cat vibes for the birthday. This one's called Classic Birthday. It's hot pink. I've had many a hot pink birthdays in my younger years, so I will probably use that in a earlier memory planner. I've got Celebrate by the Prairie Planner, again older format, but love this artwork. I think I've used that artwork from another shop. And then have this one from Nova Bell, which is called Queen for a Day, very much my favourite kind of birthday vibes. And then I've got Birthday Party, which I've had the monthly kit from LauraStickerCo in this artwork as well, and love, love, love that. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. So these can all have a pocket each. Cool. There was another Laura's, actually I was going to keep them separate. These were the dog party ones, so keep them all together. Then I'll do the other Nova Bell one here. And then I'll do, let's do Prairie Planner next. Do LauraStickerCo next. And one thing, I don't know if anyone else does this, I haven't noticed like any of the other YouTubers that I watch when they do memory spreads, but I have started with, especially with my monthly kits, to actually write down the name of the kit, because I definitely have an idea of doing flip throughs in my memory planner, so I can at least say this is where the kit's from, this is where the foil in this kit is from, that kind of thing. So if you do that, do let me know, especially if you are a YouTuber and that's something that you specifically do in order to kind of, I guess, advertise those stores. Oh, don't tell me I've put them in all the, oh no I haven't, or have I? I think I put these in the wrong bit. Okay, I'll sort that out later. I think I've actually doubled up. I can't work out where's the halfway mark. No, surely I haven't. Have I just done a silly thing? I think I have. Yeah, I should have put these in the back end of this. Oh gosh. I don't know what I've done. I'll fix it after the video. Yeah, I have. I've just like continued in the first section and I needed to use those ones. Okay, I'll fix it later on. Next bit we'll go on to Valentine's Day, and again I have a few for Valentine's Day. Going back to those Bella Planella ones, I do have two of the same, so I'm just going to double them up and put them in the same pocket. The kit itself is called To Me, Love Me. So like to me from me, but to me, love me. Love that. I then have this one, which is the start of a Black Friday freebie sale back in 2021 from Planner Phase. To be honest, I can't even remember what was in here. Bear with. Let's have a look together. Be a little bit of a surprise. So I think, yeah, it was just these 2 pages. I obviously shopped on the Thursday and Friday and then got this freebie as well. I'm probably going to pull that to one side actually, because it's not going to be useful to create a memory planner spread per se, but I can probably utilize it in sort of decorating another planner, so I'm going to keep that to one side. I have an idea for that. I then have Raccoon Love, which I love because in my job I've just undertaken a course, and like the cohort of people in the group that I was part of were called raccoons. Really sad, I know, but really enjoyed being part of that group of people, and we beat another team, and we were called the Raccoons, so absolutely love that. Probably going to use that on Valentine's Day this year actually, because that will kind of be nice to use. This is a little 1-page kit. There is only 6 boxes, but I do have other boxes that I think I can pair with this, and then obviously pull in the functionals. This one doesn't have a name. Oh, it does. It's called Valentine, funnily enough, from Lily Blossom Designs. Don't know if this store is still open. Not entirely sure. And then finally I have Love You More by Nova Bell. So we will go ahead and pack these ones in. Nice small amount for Valentine's Day. It's, I mean, I say we celebrate it, we don't exactly celebrate it, we just use it as another excuse for another date night. We have tried to start doing date nights once a week. Not to say that we have, you know, like money to go out every single week, but even if it's a case of going to the beach and taking some snacky snacks with us, or, you know, going for a walk or something like that, just to be together and to get out of the house. Sometimes we might have at home little date nights, but yeah, we've started doing that. So that is the Valentine section. Finally we have the Halloween section. Now this section is, there's a few kits that I'm a little nervous to use, and I'll explain why. Firstly, we have Luna Witch from Peach Bottles Co. Absolutely love that. We then have Halloween from Scribble Prints Co. Love the art. I do have arachnophobia, which is a big fear of spiders. we've had 2 of those big, black, horrible, hairy, scary spiders in the kitchen, funnily enough, on consecutive days. Both ended up in the dog bowl that we, although we don't have a dog, we keep it for when the in-laws dog comes and stays with us. And yeah, I freaked out. So thankfully my partner doesn't have a massive fear of them, and he finds ways to either safely get them out or to safely get rid of them for me. So yeah, I'm not a massive fan of spiders. This one I think I can get away with because they are that small. I don't mind like the teeny tiny little spiders. It's the big, like, feels like they're the size of your hand kind of spiders that I don't love. Again, another one does have teeny tiny spiders. I think I can get away with it, but just looking at it does make me feel really queasy, not fun. This one is fine. This one's called Full Moon. Love the witchy vibes, love that. Then we have this one, which again, I don't think has any spiders on it. This one's called Boo. I think it's like a mini kit. There's not many pages to it. This one freaks me out. I love the artwork and I just wish that there weren't spiders like those. It's the ones where their legs are really, really long that I just don't like. And again, same with this one. There's like just larger images of spiders. Like, why do they have to be there? And the more you look, the more you can notice them. Oh, it makes my skin crawl, honestly. Anyway, we're keeping the kits. It's a sticker at the end of the day. So they're there. And I hope that one day, if I do have some mini-me's running around, that they will not acquire the same fear of spiders that I have, because it is not good. And I really want to be able to set a good example. And I'd love to be able to face that fear, but I just don't think I ever will. It's a funny story, I think, as to how I acquired that fear. I say funny story, it's not funny to me, but like just telling people, I think it would make people laugh. But basically, my Spanish teacher back in school decided that, you know, when it comes to term time and it's ending, or school's out or school's ending, and you get to the end of term and you're, I don't know if it still happens nowadays, back in my day we were allowed to watch films, and he decided that in Spanish we had 2 options. We were either allowed to watch a film and have English subtitles but listen to it in Spanish, fair enough. Or if you didn't want to watch the film, then you could face the opposite side of the room and work on some like little Spanish activity sheets. So of course everyone was like, don't want to do any work, we want to watch the film. Lo and behold, the film was Eight-Legged Freaks. If you have not watched it and you are scared of spiders, do not watch it. If you have not watched it and you are not scared of spiders, I still wouldn't recommend it. I really didn't enjoy the film itself. It was just a really gross idea of a film. And yeah, I'm not happy that he made us watch that. I say he made us, we didn't want to do work, but at the same time, he wouldn't let us go sit in another room or sit in a canteen or something while the lesson was basically a free lesson. So that is where I acquired my fear of spiders, and it really freaked me out. And yeah, all these years later, I'm still scared of them. So yeah, that is that. Going back to this one isn't a very thick folder, which is great. Makes the other folders feel okay when I don't have one that's quite so thick. So that's the celebrations, birthday, Valentine's and Halloween one done. I'm gonna flip the camera around now and just show you where I store these albums, and then we can end the video. So to show you where I store them, I have this tiny little cart next to my other cart things. They're not actually on wheels, but next to these. I'm not going to show you that side of the room because it's a mess. Actually, no, everything up here looks fairly neat, but everything on the other side of the room is not. This is where I've got them. So there's obviously some chunky folders, as you can see. I don't know how many kits I've got. I did do a count up a little while back and it was about 187, embarrassingly. I'm just fixing my little nail racks. But I mean, if you guys are interested in a little room tour, there's a little sneak of other things that I do. But this is basically where I'm going to be storing my albums for the time being. Have thought about putting them up here because they do, I think, fit up here quite nicely. They do. However, the weight, because these things are literally just plastic, the weight of them is a little unruly and the spaces for the gaps is not great. as far as like easily getting things in and out. So I have thought about putting some weighted things on the bottom shelf just to level out, but also my floor is not flat and level, so these do lean backwards into the radiator down there. So yeah, I think for now these will stay here. When I have my room reorganization, I will do a video on that as well. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much again for watching. If you're interested in anything that I've shown you, any kits that I've shown you, I'll leave all my, what I like to do in the description is I'll leave all my favourite shops that I shop from regularly in the description. If there are any shops that are not in there, 9 times out of 10 you can find them on Etsy or just by Googling them. But any that you are not sure of, let me know in the comments. I'll see if I can find you a link and I will share that with you. And I haven't really got an Amazon storefront and I don't really know how to set one up, but I would have loved to have set one up for you guys and actually link all of the things that I use, all of the tools. I'll figure that out one day. But for now, I will link all my favourite tools and things that I get off of Amazon in the description for you. And you guys can go out and have a shop and have a little look and see what you guys like. Yeah, that's the end of this video. Don't forget to like the video if you like the video. Comment and let me know what you guys have been up to, if you guys have had any reorganization projects, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy my content and want to subscribe. No pressure. Thanks guys, bye.